Welcome to Positive Impact Yoga. My name is Mikey and today I've got Felicity with me. Thank you for joining. So we're going to be doing a really beautiful practice today. It's called the Transforming Negativity Kriya. So the practice itself is a moon-based practice and very simple without too much in terms of the movements. So the asana is really going to be forward folds, long exhalations, a little bit of gentle twisting, and really about bringing the moon, which is the calmness of the mind and the stability of the body. In terms of props, then you just need a meditation prop, so a pillow or a block to sit on at the end. And then if you have some problems reaching your feet, then you may want to strap nearby. In terms of where we are today, we're actually in Bali. So, you know, what can go wrong? We may have a snake come and join us, but no, there may be some dogs barking in the background and some bird noises and everything. Just, I hope you enjoy the ambience of the practice today. So, the practices come from one of the Yoga Sutras from Patanjali. And in the first chapter, there is a talk of 9 obstacles on the path to realization. And they could be sickness, lack of motivation, and many others. Laziness is another one. But the biggest obstacle is the obstacle of doubt. And that not only can sort of halt your progress, but it can actually regress you. I know for myself that if doubts start to creep into my mind, then they can turn and start to grow and fester and get bigger. So this practice is about realizing the doubts that we have, and then we're going to use the frequency of doubt and call upon it, and then we're going to use a color to then match that frequency, and the color that we're going to use is gold. And bringing in the gold color is actually then going to give us this transformational energy to put us to the positive opposite of negativity. So that is going to be certainty, it's going to be inspiration, it's going to be aligning us with really the best versions of ourselves and living, you know, our truth and living our purpose. So, 2 things we need to note here. The first thing is that when we do begin the kriya at the end, so that's like the meditation, is that we are going to call upon those forces of doubt. And we're going to sit with them. And then after that, we will begin that process of transforming them. And when we do that, the second thing to know is that when we call upon the color gold, it doesn't matter if you're not a visual person. You don't have to see gold. If you're more audible, you can just repeat gold light, gold light. If you're more feeling space, then you just feel into that color. So it's really whatever works for you, and be okay with that. Okay, so based on that, I think we can begin the practice. So it will start with asana, then we'll do a short pranayama, which will be the alternate nostril breathing, and then we'll move into this kriya where we'll talk through the light. So let's get started. Felicity, if you'd like to come lying down on your back to begin with. Just relax there for a moment, have your palms facing up, and I want you to just tune in to yourself with a few deeper breaths. We really are going to be working today with letting go of what no longer serves you, so then you can really create more space to let in the best version, the higher version of yourself. So just take a couple of deep breaths to arrive there and tune into that feeling. Okay, on your next inhalation, I just want you to do a very simple movement of flexing your feet and then sweeping your arms overhead so the back of the hands touch the floor on the inhale. Flex the feet at the same time. And then as you lower down, lower the arms and then relax the feet. That's it. And then relax the feet. And then on the inhalation, flex the feet and lift the arms overhead. That's it. And then on the exhalation, slowly lower everything down and relax the feet. Right, let's do a breath count. So let's inhale for 4, sweep the arms and flex the feet. And then as you exhale, lower everything down. Now we're going to keep the inhalation at a 4 count and then extend the exhalation. So inhale up for 4, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale down for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale remains at 4, sweep the arms, flex the feet, 2, 3, 4. And then exhale is now 6 count, lower down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do 2 more on your own. Inhale up for 4, stretch overhead. And then as you lower the arms, see if you can lengthen out your exhalation to a 7 count. If it's too much for you, then a 6 is fine. Just counting internally. Slowing the movement and the breath. Last one, inhale stays at 4. Breathe into the chest. And then the last one, see if you can slow it down even more and exhale for an 8 count. As the exhalations get longer, then it has a beautiful calming effect on the nervous system. Fantastic. And then just take a couple of breaths out, pausing. Okay, and then the next one we're going to do is just going to warm up the spine a little bit with a dynamic twist. So bring the knees in towards the chest. You can bring your arms out to the side, straight with the palms down, or if you don't have enough room, you can cactus your arms like this. And then inhale at center, and then exhale, just gently lower the knees towards the floor to the left-hand side. You don't have to go all the way to the floor, just until you feel the core engage. And then come back up to center. Inhale, and then exhale over to the right side. Keeping the knees nice together. Inhale back up to center, and then exhale to the left. And inhale center, beautiful, nice matching, slowing the breath, keep going, and the movement together. And do one more each side. Center, just put the feet flat on the ground and just pause in stillness for a moment. So because we are working on the transformational qualities, we also do want to build a bit of tapas and transformational energy around the navel in class today. And then when you're ready, just gently, whichever way you like, just roll off to one side and gently come up to a standing, just facing the front of the room. So we'll begin with a very gentle forward folding. So just your feet hip distance apart, standing up nice and tall, shoulders down the back, chin in just a nice neutral position. We're going to inhale here and exhale everything out. Now just bring the hands to the top of the legs behind you. And then we're going to inhale again, expand the chest. And then as you exhale, soft bend in the knees, just gently fold forward, head towards the floor, keeping the chin tucked in, and slide the hands down the back of the legs as you fold forward. And then on the inhale, slide the legs back up, bring the body up to standing, breathing into the chest. And we're just going to do that a few times with the breath count. So exhale, folding forward for 4. Hands down the back of legs. 2, 3, 4. Inhale is 4. Come up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale stays at 4. Come up. Breathe into the chest. Just gently waking everything up. Continue on your own. So now exhale for 6. Slowing down the breath and the movement. Inhale remains at 4. All the time we're thinking about lengthening the spine, getting the breath. See if you can exhale for a 7 count. If not, 6 is fine. And then inhale is 4. And then fold in one more time, slowing it right down, maybe for an 8 count. And then just stay in the forward fold for a few breaths. It's really about using these forward folds to steady the body and to keep the mind really still. So it's not getting caught up in stories or what's happened before class or what's happened after class. We really want to evoke and be in the moment. And then on your next exhale, bring your hands to your hips. And then very slowly, gently keeping the chin in. Inhale, come up to standing. If you ever get a bit dizzy when you're coming up, it's always important to keep the chin in. Hands down by your side, palms facing forward. A moment of pause. Okay, we're going to do a similar variation, but we're going to introduce a lateral stretch here. Felicity and I are going to try and mirror you. We'll see how it goes. This time you just want to spread your feet a little bit wider apart. So they're not super wide, but definitely wider than your hips. And we are going to start with your right hand. So take the hands again just to the top of the thighs at the back. We're going to inhale here first and just exhale. And then on the next inhale, we're going to get our right hand up to the sky. And then as we exhale, we're going to lateral lean over to the side, just getting a gentle stretch in the body. Don't go too crazy to begin with. And then as we inhale, we bring the hand back up and then place it to the top of the thigh. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold forward as we did before. Soft bend in the knees, running the hands down the back of the legs. Then as we inhale, we come all the way up. And this time we bring the left arm up to the sky. And then we're going to lateral lean across to the other side. And we're going to continue that way. So inhale up, hand towards the top of the legs. Exhale, chin in, gentle folding forward. And then inhale, come up, stretch the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, lateral lean across to the side. Now I'm going to introduce a breath count. So inhale for 4, hands to the top of legs. 2, 3, 4. We're going to exhale, fold forward for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale is 4. Bring the arm up. 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to exhale for 8. Slow it right down. Lateral lean. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale is 4. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, fold forward for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale up for 4. Stretch the right arm up to the sky. And then lateral lean over for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale up. exhale forward. It's like a moving meditation. Everything is slowing, becoming calmer and stiller. And I'm going to stay in the forward fold. Try and keep the breath at a 4 inhale and an 8 exhale, or if that's too much, a 6 exhale. But what I want you to do now is introduce a breath hold at the end of the exhale. So it's 4 in, either a 6 or an 8 exhale, and then just gently hold the breath for 2 or maybe 3 counts. And continue to breathe that way. In those moments of stillness, and the breath stops, the body stops moving, the mind stops moving. It really brings you into a state of pure presence. Continue. Inhale 4, exhale 6 or 8, and a gentle breath hold. And then when you finish your next round, then you can just very gently, as we did before, exhale, hands to hips, and then keeping the chin tucked in, gently come up to a standing position. And then relax the hands down by the side. Think about letting go what no longer serves you. Right, so we're going to come into a dynamic chair pose now. I think we'll just do it facing the camera, we'll be fine. Just bring your feet in a little bit closer so they are the hip distance again. And we're going to move in and out of chair pose and then come into a hold. So, first of all, stand up nice and tall, breathe in to lengthen the spine. And exhale everything out. And then on the next inhale, sweep your arms up by your ears. And then on the exhale, soft bend of your knees, keeping your arms by your ears. We're just going to gently come into chair, touch chair, and then continue to fold towards the floor, keeping the thumbs up. It doesn't matter where you go, either towards, right down, and if not up. And then on your next inhale, bring the arms up, just to chair pose. Sit in your chair. And then exhale, fold in again. Really think about the stability of the lower spine here. You're building power, building transformational tapas. Inhale, back into chair. Lift the chest, keep the shoulders away from the ears so there's no tension. And exhale, folding in. Inhale, lift the thumbs, lift the chest, gaze ahead. And exhale, fold. And then the last one we're going to hold. So just inhale back into your chair. And just try and remain steady here. As much as it may sound tricky, you want to try and relax your effort. Breathing into the chest. And then on the exhale, just do a gentle lift of the perineum, the pelvic floor. And then on the inhale, release it. And then on the exhale, just a gentle lift, not a big squeeze, just of the root lock. And then inhale one more time. Exhale one more time. And then on your next inhale, push through the thighs. Stretch up tall, and then exhale, just float the palms down in front of you. Tune into that vibrational quality. The power and the transformational energy that we're going to call upon in the kriya at the end of the practice. You might feel some vibrancy, some pulsing around the chest area. It's all good. Okay, so from there, come down into a 4-point kneeling, so hands and knees. And we're going to move very slowly, again here, with a nice long exhalation, a slightly shorter inhale. But on the exhale, as we just did in the chair pose, I want a very gentle lifting of the root lock, which is the pelvic floor. On the exhale, on the inhale, you release it before you come up and before you start the inhalation. We're going to move dynamically between all fours and child's pose, and then we'll introduce down dog as well. So let's do this. Exhale all your air out. Then on your next inhale, breathe into the chest, fill everything up. And then as you exhale, slowly push back to a child's pose. So bottom towards your heels, nice slow movement. That's it. And then inhale back up, hands and knees. And then on the next exhale, just as you start gently engage the pelvic floor and then push back. It's a very subtle motion. And then release the pelvic floor, inhale back up to hands and knees. And just move this way a couple more times, just at the exhale, engaging the root lock, gently pushing back, bowing in. Release the pelvic floor before you begin the inhalation. And then exhale back. And then inhale, hands and knees. And then the next one, on the exhale, tuck the toes and come up into a down dog. Same thing, root lock. Keep a soft bend in the knees for the first down dog of the day. Then inhale back to hands and knees, fill the chest. And then exhale back to child's pose. Beautiful. And just keep moving this way. Inhale to hands and knees. Exhale this time, down dog. Tuck the toes, lengthen the spine, push through the hands and feet. Inhale down to all fours. Exhale, child's. And then inhale up. And then push back to down dog. We're going to stay in down dog for a little bit. So I want you to get your fidgets out of the way. So equal weight into your palms, maybe a gentle grip with your fingers if your wrists are a little bit sore. Roll your shoulders out, hips to the sky, soft bend of the knees is fine. And then once you've found your position, be still. The only thing that is moving is your breath. As you inhale, the spine is lengthening as you breathe. And exhale, there may be a very gentle lifting of the pelvic floor. This is your grounding station. You can commit to stillness. If you're fidgeting or your eyes are moving, then you're actually leaking energy. If you've got a strong, solid container, then you're retaining all the energy that you need from the posture. Okay, and then when you're ready, you can gently come down to hands and knees again, inhaling. And then just sit back on your heels. Just sit up and pause for a couple of breaths. So we're now going to work on the navel center, so you know where it is when we call upon it in the kriya later. So Felicity might not thank me for this later. She doesn't know what she's got herself into, but anyway. Lie down on your back with your feet pointing this way. And then bend the knees into your body and then straighten them up to the sky. Put your arms out either side as we did before, palms flat on the floor. So what we're going to do is lower the legs about halfway down to the floor. We're going to hold for a couple of breaths and then come back up and then go to the other side. The important thing is that when you're lowering the legs down, just really think about pushing through the heels, in particular the top leg, and that will really help sort of lift the energy out so you're not struggling too much. So let's inhale here, and then exhale, lower down towards the left side, around halfway if you can go, if not 3/4 is fine. And then just commit to 2 breaths there. Really push through the heels, particularly the top leg. Don't forget to breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale, and then on your next inhale, come up to center. Pause there for a moment, exhale, inhale again, and this time we're going to go over to the right side. So this is where we're really working on this transformation, bringing energy into the navel center. 2 breaths here, push through the heels if you're struggling a little bit. Inhaling, exhale, and then the next inhale, come up to center. You feel it?
I can feel it.
Okay, so now we're going to lower the legs down. So it's safer to actually put your hands under your butt here, just to give a little bit of support to your lower back. And we're going to come down, first of all, both legs together, halfway. And then pause, and we're going to take a couple of deep breaths here. Really feeling this energy in the navel center. And then we're going to lower on the next exhalation to about 3/4. There you go. Breath here. Really push through the ankles. And then lower just about 4 centimeters off the floor. You're doing great. Couple of breaths here. This is why I've got Felicity demonstrating, not me. And then on your next exhale, lower all the way down. Relax the palms out to the sides. And enjoy that moment. Whenever we're working with the navel center, doing twists or bringing the power into the center like that, we're helping eliminate stuck food, but also stuck emotions, stuck toxins. So we're creating more space so we can take on the new information. When you're ready, we're going to come up into a seated position with your feet out front, facing the front of the room. And I'll come and sit beside you. All right, we're going to move dynamically in a forward fold, and then we're going to hold the forward fold. It's actually quite nice to have a little soft bend in your knees for this, and if your hips are really tight, then it's absolutely fine to sit up on a couple of pillows here, just to keep your hips a little bit elevated. The importance, as with all the other poses that we've been doing today, it's really about the length of the spine, not about collapsing and going a bit further down towards the legs. So let's exhale everything out here. And inhale, stretch your arms up to the sky, keeping the chin in, neck long. And then as we exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips and just gently fold over the front legs, just towards the feet. If you need a strap here, you can use them, but we're just going to be gently coming towards the feet. And then inhale, halfway lift here, flat back, keeping the chin in. And then we're going to exhale, fold in. If you can't reach your feet, just your hands on your ankles or your shin is fine. Inhale, back up, this time for 4, 2, 3, halfway, 4. And then we're going to exhale for 8 count as we fold in slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, halfway lift for 4, fill the chest. And then exhale, fold in again slowly for 8. Count on your own, internally, slowing the movement, keeping the neck long, spine long. Last one, inhale up for 4. And with a straight spine, gently fold in. And this time we're going to stay in the forward fold. And I want you to come back to that breath. Give 4 inhalation, either a 6 or an 8 exhalation, and then just hold the breath for maybe a count of 4 if you can last. So it's inhale 4, exhale 6 or 8, and then hold the breath still. Tune into that moment of pause. The body stops, the breath stops, everything stops. Try and commit to complete stillness there. Surrendering into the pose. Stability in the body, calmness in the mind. Two more rounds. And then on your next inhalation, stretch the arms out in front of you and come out the way that you came in. Stretching up tall, inhaling deeply. And then as you exhale, relax the shoulders as you float the hands down towards the knees or the thighs. And then just gently close your eyes. Tune into the stillness of the mind. Okay, just come down to lying on your back for the last piece of the puzzle. Have your knees bent with your feet flat on the floor. Just in bridge setup pose, and we're just going to almost like casually on the next inhalation just raise your hips up towards the ceiling, and then as you exhale just lower everything down, and just do that a few times. Inhale, lifting the hips. As you exhale, just floating them down. Just stretching out the spine. Two more times on your own. And then exhaling down. Last one. And now you can just relax everything down. Stretch your legs out, let your ankles flop to the side, palms facing out, Shavasana. Just feel the breath moving through you as you surrender, letting go. Let your body outline dissolve into the ocean of energy that's all around you. Resting in pure presence. Gently start to notice the sounds around you, maybe the leaves rustling. You might feel a bit of breeze on your skin. And just begin to take a few deeper breaths to come back into your body. I'm not going to be in Shavasana for too long today, so we want to use the energies and the vibrancy that we've created from the asana as that transformational power for our meditation. You might want to wiggle your hands and your fingers or gently roll your head from side to side. Whatever just feels nice to you to come back into the room and back into your body. When you're ready, you can roll onto your right side, but just pause there for a couple of breaths before you come up into a seated position for pranayam and meditation. It's really important that you have your hips elevated, so sit on a cushion or a block. So that your hips can be higher than your knees. Take a moment to find your alignment here. Spine nice and long, neck nice and long, chin in a neutral position. And then when you're ready, you can close your eyes. You're going to begin with nadi shodhana, which is an alternate nostril breathing method. So you want to get your right hand and bring it up and close your peace fingers in. So you've got your ring finger and your thumb finger ready for your alternate nostril breathing. Bring your hand towards the bony part of your nose and then slide the thumb and the finger down until you reach like the soft squidgy part of your nose. Going to inhale here. And then you're going to close the right nostril and exhale out the left nostril. Then you're going to inhale the left nostril, block the left nostril so you can exhale out the right. Then you inhale the right, and then block the right, exhale the left. Continue to breathe this way in an inverted V shape. So inhaling and exhaling. Try and get your breath to an inhale 6 and an exhale 6. Really slowing down the movement as you breathe through your alternate nostrils. Once you've established that, you can introduce a gentle lifting of the root lock, the pelvic floor, on the exhalation. Just remember to release it before you begin the inhalation. Very subtle, very gentle lifting. It's not an intense squeezing sensation. Continue to breathe this way. Now And you've established that rhythm. We're going to introduce a breath hold. So the inhale remains at 6, the exhale remains at 6. But after the exhale, retain the breath, hold the breath for a count of 4. In 4, out 6, hold for 4. You can keep the root lock for the breath hold, but again, just remember to release it before you begin the inhalation. And continue to breathe that way. Alternate nostril breathing is balancing out the hemispheres of the brain. After you finish your next breath hold, you can just gently release your hand down to your knee. Keeping your eyes closed, just check in with your spine, that you're still sitting up tall, shoulders relaxed away from the neck. And bring your awareness to your third eye center. Created equilibrium in the mind, feeling balanced and present. Now we're going to begin the transforming negativity kriya. So bring your attention to your navel center. And we're going to call upon those negative tendencies of doubt, of negativity, of not being aligned with our truth, for not living the best versions of ourselves, any stuck patterns of behavior. To really try and tune into those energies, those frequencies of doubt. Call them forward to your navel center. It might feel icky, but it's really important that you tune into that energy. Doubt, negative tendencies, bad habits, wrong action, and misalignment to truth. Feel them. Sit in that energy. And then it's really important as we work through this kriya that the polar opposites of these energies, that the power, the Shakti is stronger in order to transform them. So from this place where we've got all the negative energies here, we're going to inhale them up into the heart space, and then hold your breath there, and begin to flood your heart with light. Maybe say gold light, gold light, gold light. Maybe see it or just sense it. And then as you exhale, this energy, the gold, is moving up to the crown chakra. And at the crown, you're tuning into the opposite, so it's certainty and right action and the best version of yourself. And repeat. So we're inhaling the negative tendencies up to our heart space. We're holding our breath there and really using all of that power, the frequency of gold light to flood the whole area. Gold light, gold light, gold light. Holding, holding. And then when you need to exhale, you pull the gold light up to your crown. And there is certainty and inspiration, alignment to truth. Continue to breathe this way. Inhaling, pulling the negative energies to your heart space, flooding the whole heart as you hold your breath, hold the energies there, calling upon that frequency, the vibration of transformation in the heart. And then gently, the gold light is flooding up to the crown, into the positive opposites, certainty, inspiration. Continue to breathe this way. Frequency of the gold light is letting you transform and let go of anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Patterns of behavior and those little doubts and worries that just niggle at the back of your mind. The more you do this, the lighter they become. As you pull the energies up, your crown is getting more and more aligned, and your mind and your physicality is more and more aligned with the positive qualities. Creating more room and more space. Now just let go of that intention and rest your awareness at the crown. It's bathing in a gold light. Tuning into those positive qualities. You just rest and enjoy the moment. Gold light at the crown. after your crown has enjoyed its little bath in the gold light, we can use a nice deep inhalation to pull the gold light down our spine and into the navel center. And then as we exhale, we're just going to flood that navel area with beautiful, glistening gold light. No breath retentions, just inhaling, pulling the gold light from the crown all the way down your system. And then as you exhale, it's flooding your navel and your entire being. Continue to breathe that way. The gold light from the crown down to the navel. And as you exhale, it's releasing into your navel center. Your entire being is becoming flooded with gold. You're vibrating a gold light, transformational energy. Now just relax the breath work. Tune into the essence of how you're feeling right now. Gently bring your hands to prayer position, to your heart center. And just gently bow your head in, honoring the tradition, thanking the yogis for providing us with this systematic approach to letting go of what no longer serves us. Knowing that by completing this practice today, you're going to be living your aligned truth and a better version of yourself. And take a moment of gratitude for doing your practice today. Namaste. Thank you for doing the class. Thank you, Felicity. As mentioned before, this is really a powerful meditation practice to do daily. If you really want to have massive transformation, then I recommend you do it straight for 40 days. If you've got any questions about the practice or anything at all, then please, write a comment, message me, and I'll be sure to answer. Thanks again.